Right, folks, here we go again. Episode 5 of the Better Project. So today it's going to be back session number 2, and going to look forward to this one. So we got back from Birmingham, the BMBF Midlands show at the weekend. Obviously we had Kat, who did absolutely fantastic. Really good battle with her and first place. So she got her second place and her invite to the British finals.
Our runner-up tonight, all 3 of our places tonight with an invite to the Britain, but our runner-up, please put your hands together for Katrina Swan, number 32.
Well done, Katrina!
So with the protein, the invite and the winner's trophy, please...
Then my better half, Edel, come on in.
Beautiful.
And if we can have the winner on her own, please. Thank you, ladies, and welcome.
Just move up. So Edel got her qualification. The goal was obviously just to go and get the golden ticket and then push on. We kind of knew that we need to bring a little bit more condition coming into the British finals, but she went on, and I think that was the happiest that you felt.
Yeah, definitely the happiest I felt. I knew I couldn't do any more, and it's definitely the best condition we've brought to the date. We can squeeze a little bit more, so we'll push on and bring that to the finals in just under 6 weeks' time. So
we had the goal set. We knew if we sort of come in and around sort of 90%, I think, in terms of condition, that would hopefully be enough. You always take the risk doing that, but hopefully be enough to then get the golden ticket invite and then to be able to push on and hopefully then hit some targets then at the British finals. So far now that's 4 of us that have qualified from the compound room at different qualifiers for the British finals later on in October. So yeah, she looked absolutely fantastic. Happy she looked on stage. Routine, the feedback on your routine was very, very strong as well, which her routine's always fantastic, so it was good to see that. So you happy overall?
Yeah, I'm really happy. Definitely can push on, but I'm really happy with what we set out to do. We wanted the golden envelope, and that was ticked off the box, so that's the main thing.
Good. So we're going to get some training done now, folks. Last thing I'll say again, always remember, hit that wee subscribe button for me. Thanks very much. So for me, I kind of like about 1.25, 1.5 biacromial distance. So pretty much about there in terms of hand spacing. So whenever we're in the bottom end of that range, the elbows aren't too far inside the hand position. And whenever we do that, we're going to target more into that sort of mid-back area. So rather than being lat bias that you would have if you used either a close grip or a separated grip, we're allowing the elbows to travel outwards, but they'll also start to adduct as they come into this bottom position. So really good opportunity to hit the likes again, the teres major, even rhomboids, and you still will get a little bit of that subscap area as well. So the lats will be partially active, but I'm trying to drive in and back at the top of each here. So I'm just going to do a back offset now, which will just be my body weight, and just push it until I can't go. So it could be 12, 15 reps here. I'm just going to up the overall tempo as well, and I tend to use a thumbless grip rather than that. And just imagine that your hands are hooks, and all I'm trying to do once I'm hanging is dragging the handle down rather than pulling myself up. So I'm imagining creating pressure, dragging the handle down. 1. Oh, that burns. Good set. Sazy. Come on. Last set. So I like using the stirrup handles. At the bottom of that range, what I'm actually trying to do is just keep the handles separated. That's going to keep a lot more the likes of the teres active even at the bottom here. Quite often with a setup like this, you'll notice that the weight and the the strength profile is actually trying to pull the arms inwards. So we need to resist against that, even at the bottom, just to make sure that there's no areas of passiveness for that mid and upper back. And then we're just going to slightly pronate the handles once we get moving. Keep a little bit of a gap between the inner arm and the rib cage on the pull, and that's going to allow us to try and find that same space for the elbows at the top of each rep. Alright, last set. Set, brace. Yep. Oh shit. Done. Exercise 3, just going to do a single arm isolateral rows. This is one of the gym shop kit pieces, really nice. Strength profile is really aggressive, not short range, so whenever I'm trying to hit lat, this is my go-to. So I'm going to start off with a heavy set, probably in around sort of 8 repetitions. I want to maintain that mechanical tension, so we're going to try and drive it in, spend a bit of time not short in range, controlling that eccentric on the way out. I'm going to maintain slight elbow flexion at the end here, just to make sure that nothing ends up dropping off, so I don't want anything becoming passive. So what I want to do is sit nice and high on the seat. That means whenever I get into that short, roughly in around sort of 90-degree elbow flexion, so I won't be over reliant on bicep recruitment. I tend to use a false grip with these as well. And then if I'm going to row with the left hand, I'm going to load through my left foot and try to really fixate the left side of my pelvis, so maintain like a slight anterior pelvic tilt. That's going to allow me to focus a little bit more down into the lower origins there. So I want to pull it back into active range, drive the hands downwards so the elbow automatically tucks, and then from there just focus on driving and closing this space off, so driving the elbow down and back into that space. Once I'm getting into here, I'm just going to laterally flex the spine and then control that, just reverse that through that eccentric phase. Close that space off, spend time, control. Keep that elbow pointing down towards your foot. Really trying to keep that brace into this pad the whole time. Last one, then I'm going to drop set. Yes, full fatigue there. Going to drop 2 plates off, up that tempo. The first thing should move, should be the elbow down. Because the weight's dropped off, I'm going to focus less on the negative, just more on that positive phase. Yes. Yes. So it's key that you maintain that anterior pelvic tilt on the side that you're rowing. That's just going to allow us to really fixate in around sort of iliac crest here and into the lower origins on that vertebral column as well. And it just allows us to then lock that in and then focus on bringing the insertion down in towards those origin points. Maintain that control, guys. Maintain the intensity the whole way through. Great set. Let's get it. Yeah. Okay. Another key, don't want to get too distracted here. Make sure that you're not creating spinal rotation because the lat doesn't really do that. Make sure that it's lateral flexion and not rotation. Just maintain the same direction for your sternum. And that'll be the only cue that you need. Oh, it burns. Ish. If. Yes. Oh. Brutal. Oh, the connection's really strong there today, so really nice. That burn is definitely isolated. Set 2. Final set for the back. So we're just going to throw in a little bit of biceps. We're More specifically, we're going to hit into the sort of brachioradialis, so outer part of the front of the arm. So we're going to use the fat grips on the EZ bar cable, 5 sets of 10. We're going to try and keep the recovery fairly short in between so we can sort of build up the intensity as we accumulate a little bit more fatigue as the sets go. We want to focus on just allowing the elbow to almost fully extend, but just shy of lockout. And then a thing that I find that's going to help increase activation here is just to grip a little bit harder with index finger and thumb on the fat grips, and almost like try to loosen these fingers here. And that's just going to allow me to create more kinetic tightness right up through that outer arm. So let's see how this works. There will be a little bit of shoulder flexion here, even though the brachioradialis does not do that. But I'm trying to limit shoulder movement as much as possible. So today was successful. Back end of prep at the minute, feeling fairly close to competition worthy condition. Energy was sustainable. I took a few extra reps on some of the sets, increased the weight actually on a few of the exercises from last week. And actually I think that the effort overall was pretty good, so I'm quite happy with what I attained today. The intention this year on the competitive front is to jump on stage and try and get a little bit of warm-up time, stage time, just dust the old trunks off, and then obviously with the final competition of the season will be with the BMBF at the start of October. So I think it's 6 weeks out from there, but I'm not going to change. My intention was to peak for that show. So the trajectory that I have used throughout the course of this prep is I'm not deviating from the plan. So if I jump into some other shows before then, I'm not going to try and peak for them. I'm literally just going to, as I am, walk on stage and just see how it looks. Once you get the stage photos and the videos and the feedback and stuff, then I can start to make sort of decisions as to what I need, whether it's more fullness, whether the conditions needs to be brought in a little bit more. But I'll use that as an assessment tool, and I advise a lot of people to do the same, particularly if you have taken a few years away from the stage, because what looks conditioned under gym lighting or natural lighting is completely different once you're under the stage lights. So I'm just going to finish that off there. I am actually going to hit a bit of posing now. I don't think that I'm going to upload that into this video, but potentially in the next video I will be, so hopefully you will stay tuned for that. If you did like today's content, I will say it again, I will reiterate, please like, subscribe, share, and try to be as positive as possible. It goes a long way. So thank you very much for anybody that has tuned in. Hopefully you're liking the content so far. So the Better Project, episode 5, that's a wrap. Boom.